Welcome to Edify City, where learning is simplified. As we know, excretion of urine is one of the most important basic life process of human body. For formation of urine, nephrons play a major role, and for transportation, storage and elimination, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra plays an important role. So in this video, we are going to discuss these structures which help in transportation, storage and elimination of urine. So it starts with ureter. Ureters are muscular tubes leading from renal pelvis to the lower bladder. So if we recall the process of urine flow, urine which is formed in nephrons is draining to collecting duct, then through papillary duct into the minor calyces, which join to become major calyces that unite to form the renal pelvis. From the renal pelvis, urine first drains into ureters. Now the ureters comes into picture, and from the ureters, urine is draining to urinary bladder. Then it is discharged from the body through the single urethra. These ureters have a length of 25 to 30 cm, diameter of 3 mm. They show peristaltic contractions, because of which urine is pushed towards the urinary bladder. There is no anatomical valve at the opening of each ureter into the urinary bladder, but when urinary bladder is filled, pressure within it compresses the oblique openings into the ureters and prevents the backflow of urine. Ureter wall is composed of 3 layers of tissues. First one is adventitia, which is forming a superficial coat, and it is made up of areolar connective tissue. It is blended with surrounding connective tissue and anchors the ureters in place. Middle layer is muscularis, which is forming intermediate coat. It is having inner longitudinal and outer circular layers of smooth muscle fibers, whereas distal third portion have outer layer of longitudinal muscle fibers. So at this region, that is distal third, ureter is having 3 layers: inner longitudinal, middle circular and outer longitudinal. Peristalsis is the major function of the muscularis. Now innermost layer is mucosa, which is forming the deepest coat. It is made up of transitional epithelium and an underlying lamina propria. Lamina propria is made up of areolar connective tissue. Transitional epithelium is able to stretch. Mucus, which is secreted by goblet cells of the mucosa, prevents the cells from coming in contact with urine. The major function performed by ureter is conducting urine from renal pelvis to urinary bladder by peristaltic movement. Urine from ureter flows into urinary bladder, which is acting as a reservoir for urine. It is having a capacity of 700 to 800 ml. It lies in the pelvic cavity. Its size and position vary depending on the volume of urine it contains. It is having tear shape but becomes more balloon shaped as it is filled with urine. The posterior surface is called as base. Bladder opens into urethra at its lowest point called as neck. In the floor of urinary bladder is a small triangular area called as trigone. The 2 posterior corners of the trigone contain the 2 urethral openings, and the third internal urethral orifice lies in the anterior corner. Composition of urinary bladder wall, same as that of ureter. Outermost adventitia, which is the outer layer made up of areolar connective tissue. Middle layer, which is called as muscularis. Here it is also called as detrusor muscle, consists of 3 layers of smooth muscle fibers: the inner longitudinal, middle circular and outer longitudinal layers. When it contracts, it empties the bladder, and innermost layer is mucosa, composed of transitional epithelium and an underlying lamina propria. This layer readily permits distension of the bladder as it fills. Now from the urinary bladder, urine flows to urethra, from where it is excreted out of the body. It is a small tube leading from the internal urethral orifice in the floor of the urinary bladder to the exterior of the body. In females it is about 4 cm long, and in males it is about 20 cm long. In both sexes it is having 2 sphincters: internal urethral sphincter and external urethral sphincter. Internal urethral sphincter is made up of smooth muscles and it is under involuntary control, whereas external urethral sphincter is made up of skeletal muscles and it is under voluntary control. Composition of female urethral wall. It is having two layers. Superficial layer called as muscularis. It is having circularly arranged smooth muscle fibers, and deep layer called as mucosa, composed of epithelium and lamina propria. Composition of mucosa is different in different regions of urethra. Near the urinary bladder, it is made up of transitional epithelium. In the middle portion of the urethra, it is made up of stratified columnar or pseudostratified columnar epithelium, and near to the external urethral orifice, it is made up of non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Whereas in the males, urethra is subdivided into three regions: prostatic urethra, which passes through the prostate gland; membranous urethra, which is also called as intermediate urethra. It is the shortest portion, passes through the deep muscles of the perineum; and third one, spongy urethra, longest portion, passes through the penis. Male urethra also have two layers: outer muscularis, which consists of smooth and skeletal muscle fibers, whereas inner mucosa, which consists of different types of epithelium, followed by lamina propria. This lamina propria is made up of areolar connective tissue. Composition of male urethral wall, as we said, it is having two layers, muscularis and mucosa. Muscularis is composed of different tissues in different regions of the urethra. In prostatic urethra, it is made up of circular smooth muscles, forms the internal urethral sphincter. Whereas in membranous urethra, it is made up of circularly arranged skeletal muscle fibers and forms external urethral sphincter. Mucosa is also composed of different types of tissues in different parts of urethra. In prostatic urethra, it is made up of transitional epithelium. In membranous and spongy urethra, it is made up of stratified columnar or pseudostratified columnar epithelium. And near to the external urethral orifice, it is made up of non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. So in this video, we discussed about anatomy and physiology of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. In our next video, we are going to discuss about physiology of urinary system. Thanks for watching.